Hello, and in this video we're going to look at graphs of exponential functions or exponential equations. We're going to start with the basics. F of x equals some base to the exponent x. I'm going to take a look at this example right here and look at its functions and then generalize that for any exponential function with a base and an exponent of x. So in this case, I'm going to make a chart of values to graph this, x and f of x. We're going to use -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2 as my chart of values. I'm going to start with the positive. I know what 3 to the second power is, that's 9. I know what 3 to the first power is, that's 3. Anything to the 0 power is 1. If you look at this, we're dividing by 3 each time. So this is going to be 1/3, and this is going to be 1/9. You can see that they're the reciprocals of their positive exponents. So +2 and -2 are reciprocal numbers. +1 and -1 are also be reciprocal numbers. Okay, so if I plotted this graph, it would go through 1 here, then 3, then 9, and we'd be at 1/3 here, and 1/9 here. Okay, so the graph would get really close to the x-axis, and it would stay close to the x-axis for a long period of time, then it would turn upward through the points given here. This. So this is our graph. You can see that it has a horizontal intercept of 0, 1, and any of these that have a base of a whole number is going to have an intercept of 0, 1. We want to look at our end behavior here. Our end behavior, we're going to say long run end behavior, is as x goes to infinity, f of x goes to infinity, and as x goes to negative infinity, f of x goes to 0. It approaches 0 over here. Now all functions of this type are going to look like this. So if you make a bigger value here, it's going to go up faster. If you make a smaller value, it's going to go up slower. But it's going to go through the intercept of 0, 1 each time. So if I had, for example, if I had g of x equals some number, let's say 5 to the x power. So it's going to be close down here, and it won't cross, but it goes through this point. Then this one goes up faster, so it's going to go up here faster, and it's going to increase quicker, going up like that. So 5 to the x is going to go up quicker because at 1 it's at 5. So if we look at a chart here, x and g of x, 1 is 5 in this case, which it was 3 over here, so it's going to go up quicker, but it's still going to cross at 0, 1. Okay, so all graphs where the b value is greater than 1, we're going to look like this. Okay, all b values greater than 1 are going to look like that. Now we're going to look at the second type of this. This is the reciprocal one. So the reciprocal one, we're going to look at here, this example. We're going to look at the reciprocal. Now the reciprocal can be written this way, or it can be written with a negative exponent. As we saw before, if we just change the exponents to negatives, we get the reciprocals. Okay, so these are the same function. 1/3 to the x and 3 to the negative x are both the same. Now the chart of this function it's going to look just like, or very similar to the other one, except we're going to reverse them. So this is going to be 9, this is going to be 3, this is going to be 1, this is going to be 1/3, this is going to be 1/9. So the graph is going to be like this. So in this case, the graph is decreasing and approaching a value of 0 as we get bigger. Here, it's increasing. This one's increasing and approaches the value as x gets smaller. Okay, so this one's increasing. This one's decreasing. So it's always increasing or always decreasing. Now this works when b is between 0 and 1. This is what it looks like. Okay, it's going to have the same intercept of 0, 1. It's going to decrease instead of increase. Okay, that's what it's going to look like. Now the end behavior of this, as x goes to infinity, g of x goes to 0, and as x goes to negative infinity, g of x goes to infinity. Alright, so those are our basic graphs. Okay, and in the next video we're going to look at transformations of these graphs. So you should know the end behavior, you should know generally what they look like. If it's a fraction less than 1, it's going to decrease. If it's a fraction, or if it's a whole number or a number greater than 1, it's going to be increasing. Those are the two types.